goes that? Good morning. Happy Monday. Good morning. I'm having some technical issues this morning. So hold on. Hold on. Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. Good morning. Let me know where you're scoping in from. Good morning. I see some people joining. Good morning, my sister Renee. Good morning. Now, sometimes I can see comments, sometimes I don't. But let's see. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for the hearts. Let me try to see if I can see comments. I'm trying to figure that out. Can someone just say hello? I'm just testing my technology this morning. Like I said, I had some technology issues. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Shanoa. Good morning. Thank you. All right, so welcome to Monday Morning Leadership Lift. For those who are joining for the very first time, my name is Marquisa Williams. I am the CEO and founder of Elevate Leadership and Enterprises. My passion is developing leaders, helping others to walk in their purpose, and to help organizations, churches, with team building, building their ministries, building departments, helping them to strategize, to build effective leading and leadership, helping them with the leadership abilities. So this is our fourth leadership lift. We talked about inspiration and a few other the IN words, but what it is to be a leader. So this morning I want to talk to you about the word intentional, being intentional. So what does being intentional means? It means to be deliberate. It means to just be. I don't want to define intentional with the same word, but being deliberate, to being specific and doing a certain thing, saying a certain thing. So, good morning, Nakia. Good morning. So I wasn't quick on my my block ministry this morning, but I'll be checking that. But this scope is for positive, to be a positive influence, and that was one of our other words that we played on. So being intentional requires effort. It takes something. It's a conscious effort. So it begins in the mind to say that you're going to do something, say something, be mindful. Is what intentional is. So for me, I actually got dressed for work, but I was supposed to put, I do have a t-shirt on that says, underneath that says, get courageous. I went to a seminar and it really was very empowering, but being intentional breaks being fearful in certain things. Me doing this Periscope, actually being intentional about this Periscope. Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning, JKK girl. Hey, so it helps me to get beyond fears of public speaking, things like that. So being intentional about this Periscope has helped me to be more courageous about speaking about my passions and things. So I'm hoping that this will help you. So intentional was a word that I used in the entire 2015 because I really needed to be have a conscious effort about certain things. Like I said, intentional means that it requires effort. It requires something of us. It is concrete, it is definite, and it is an action word. So when we say we're going to do something, we have to do it. It's putting effort towards that. So it is also a mindset. I'm looking at my notes from another form of technology. So you might see me look over a little bit. So it's a mindset that I am going to do. I will say, I will be something no matter what. No matter what the boundaries. A lot of the times, a lot of us as leaders, we think of things far off. You know, we see these barriers that are in front of us. We're fearful about something. We think we don't have enough finances for something. We think we don't know enough. We're not knowledgeable enough. But I dare you today to be intentional, to jump over those barriers and say, I'm going to be intentional. I will be the next book writer. I will be the next rising leader. I will get up on time. It's basic stuff. Being intentional says I won't be late. I will get on the treadmill. I will, hey, from Russia, missed you last week. I don't think I saw you. So, I had to block some people. But jumping in, taking a step forward. Okay, so being intentional says that you're going to do something no matter what the situation is. You're going to do it. You're going to say it. You're going to be about it. So also, being intentional is so powerful. It moves us beyond the norm. It takes us out of our comfort zone. It moves us into a dimension that we probably never could, that we've never imagined. So, like I said, my issue was public speaking, being on the scope face to face, speaking about my thoughts. And through this, I was intentional about doing the scopes every single Monday, regardless, no matter what, setting time apart before I go to work. Okay, so setting us beyond the norm. Being intentional establishes also, as a leader, it establishes trust with those who we serve and we serve with. When we say something, they bank on that. If we're leading a group or we're a boss, in your organization, you're a pastor, you're a minister, you are leading teams, your word, your action speaks volumes. So you have to be intentional. It's being consistent in what we say and what we do. It is purposeful, being purposeful. The minute we stop being intentional, being consistent, it causes people to think or second guess about certain things. So when I say I'm going to be on at 8:30 a.m., I'm clear the slate. My family knows that I'm going to be on Periscope at 8:30. They expect it. So the plate is clean for me to come on and just share with you every morning. So it's intentional. Get the support. Some support people to help you in your efforts in being intentional about what's in your mind, what's in your heart, what you want to say, what you want to do. Okay? So being intentional also establish a covenant with yourself. Because when you're saying you're going to be intentional, you're really self-talking. It's an I thing. You say, I am going to do this. I will try this. I will be that. So you're making an agreement with yourself to do and to carry forward some things. So it is a covenant. It's an agreement with yourself. And like I said, when you're leading others, you're also saying you will do also for them. You're establishing a covenant with them, making a promise that, yes, I will be there no matter what. I'm willing to hear you. I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to guide you and be with you no matter what. Stand by your side no matter what. Being intentional. I saw somewhere, I was reading something about marriages, and they were saying, yep, I love my husband, I love my wife, and everything. And we've been through hell and high water, but I am being intentional, being together for 20-something years, 30-something years, whatever. You are being intentional about making it work. It takes some intention. It makes effort. It takes effort to keep things going. Same thing with raising your kids, being consistent with them, being intentional, an intentional leader in your home, in the workplace, in the church takes effort. So definitely the word intentional is very big for me. So let me give you some points. So being intentional is twofold, I would say. So being an intentional leader says something about you. It speaks volumes. It says that you are driven. It says that you are determined. It says that you are committed. Committed. It says that you are willing to break barriers to get the very thing that you are called to do done. So to my sister Nakia, you're going to write that book. You're going to write that book of poems. We had a wonderful conversation last night. She was very inspirational, very inspiring. So I'm going to be by her side. I'm going to be intentional about pushing her and helping her get to where she wants to be. So as a leader, it says something about us that we're going to do some things, okay? But it also says, so being a leader, being an intentional leader says to others. So we already said what it says about us. So being an intentional leader, what it says about other people who are looking from the outside in. You are, that it says that you are trustworthy, that you can, that they can count on you. You have their back. It says that you are predictable. Being intentional, your routine, you're consistent, you're doing the same thing over and over again on purpose. You are predictable. People like leaders that are consistent and that are not wishy-washy. Who wants a wishy-washy leader? Not me. One day they're up, the next minute they're down. You don't know how to approach them, right? So we want to be consistent. We want to be predictable in a lot of ways as leaders. So being an intentional leader says to others that they can count on us. Absolutely. You have my prayers for sure. Let's get rid of being an intentional leader says, I'm going to do what I need to do, what I am called to do on purpose. I'm going to do it no matter what. No matter what the circumstance. Because as a leader, let me tell you, things will come up that will distract you. They will distract you, hands down. But it's up to us to look inward and do that inward, that covenant with ourselves and remind ourselves that, yup, I said, absolutely. Hey, Anol 11, hey. So it says, no matter what, I'm going to be it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to say it. I'm going to lead others by being intentional in my actions, in my words, excuse me, and in my deeds. So again, being intentional, I'm telling you, this word was 2015 for me. All over, I kept saying it, 2015. It just would just fall out my mouth when I was talking to people. For those of you, some of you who do not know, I have the wonderful privilege of leadership development in my place of worship. And we talk about being intentional all the time. It speaks volumes to what people say, see about us as leaders, you know, being on time, being effective, being consistent. And I love that. I have the opportunity to lead in that way. I do some leadership things at work and do some mentoring there as well. But again, being intentional was really for me to self-develop and to move beyond my fears and to move into my purpose and to move into what God would have for me to do. So this, being intentional, our word is, today is our word intentional. So I want you to be intentional today. I have a quote by Miles Monroe, who was an awesome leader who left a print on my life. He passed away last year in an airplane crash, him and his wife, but he is a trailblazer for leading. And it says, it's not only moving that creates new starting points. Sometimes all it takes is a subtle shift in perspective, an opening of the mind, an intentional pause and reset, or a new route to start to see new options and new possibilities. So I'm going to say that again. I was a little bumpy in reading that. It's not only moving that creates new starting points. Sometimes all it takes is a subtle shift in perspective, how we see things, an opening of the mind, an intentional pause and reset, or a new route to start to see new options and new possibilities. Being intentional opens doors for us. Like I said, being intentional causes us to pause, reset, and to go forward and to do. It opens a new route to see new options and new possibilities. Like I said, I never thought that I would be scoping and talking about this things to the world. And I'm so grateful for that. But it took a different mindset for me to say, I will do this. I will be this. So that's right, Renee. Pause, reset, and go forward. So being an intentional leader. So my question to you today is, what will you be intentional about? Pause. Think about it. What have you said in your mind, I wish I could? Only if I had enough. Only if I had time. What are those barriers that has keeping you from doing what you have been called to do? Today, I challenge you to be intentional about doing one thing. That's right, it's homework. Every week we get homework, Shanoa. Every week. As a leader, we have to not just be words. We have to put things into play. We have to take action. So what are you going to be intentional about today? Starting today. Do not wait till the ball drops at New Year's and say, Happy New Year's, and then start. Nope. Intentionality takes effort. It is now. Putting forth effort, as I said at the beginning, being not wavering and taking action. Okay? So today, this is your morning Monday leadership lift. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you joining in on Mondays. Please share these scopes. I don't know the direction. I think for iPhones, you shift to the left. For Androids, you shift up or down. But share with others that are following you these leadership lifts. I guarantee you, someone will be blessed by these messages. So being intentional in 2015 and moving into 2016. So next week, our leadership lift will be talking about the importance of IN. So we talked about inspire. We talked about, being today being intentional. We want to carry all the lessons learned into 2016 as leaders. So if you are not following me on other platforms of social media, you can follow me on Facebook, which is facebook.com/IamMarquisa, MarQuissa. You can follow me on Twitter at IamMarquisa, MarQuissa. I spell it so you can get it into your minds. And then you can also please go to my website, which is marquisawilliams.com, where you can learn more things about my business, my ministry, workshops that I offer, and also to be a part of, join my newsletter, which will be coming out in about a week. And you can also get some information on my ebook. You can get a free copy of my ebook. My ebook is 5 Things Anyone Leading Anything Must Know. So please sign up for the website, for the ebook. Again, my website is marquisawilliams.com. I want to wish you a wonderful Monday and a great week. Be courageous, as my shirt says. Get courageous. Be intentional. And my homework assignment for all of you is, my question is, what would you be intentional about starting today? Go to my fan page and post it. Go to my regular Facebook page and post it. Go to Twitter. Let me know what you're going to be intentional about. Again, have a wonderful, wonderful day.